Nation? It's June 22nd, 2015. My name's Philip DeFranco, and let's get you filled in. And the first thing I want to talk about today is an itsy-bitsy story coming out of Southern California. The headline for most news organizations was President Obama drops N-bomb. Insert person's name says it's disgusting and beneath the president. Now, if you're the kind of person that actually likes to jump into a topic rather than starting up conversations based off of headlines you saw on Twitter, what happened is that comedian and podcaster Mark Maron was able to get the president to come on as a guest. It's a pretty big deal for the president to hop on a podcast, so they start talking about race relations, and then this 30-second clip happens.
Racism, we are not cured of. Clearly. And it's not just a matter of it not being polite to say nigger in public. That's not the measure of whether racism still exists or not. It's not just a matter of overt discrimination. Societies don't overnight completely erase everything that happened 200 to 300 years prior.
And at that point, I realized that the people that are saying they're angry are reaching. If you watch the show the past few years, you know that I'm not an Obama cheerleader. The president used the word in a politically correct sense to talk about a very serious issue in the country. People are acting like he used the word like he was Sam Jackson in Django Unchained.
Who this nigga on that name?
I think the president makes a point by actually using the word. It's a word that some people just throw around. It's a word that makes many people uncomfortable, but it's also not an indicator of where we are with racism in this country. That word making you feel uncomfortable is probably a good start, but it doesn't mean discrimination's not here. The discrimination's alive and well with its feet up on the table. Those are just my thoughts on it, and I'd love to know what you think. And from there, I want to share some stuff I love today, and Today in Awesome, sponsored by ForHumanPeoples.com. FHP, of course, a fantastic place where you can get exclusive pop culture shirts like this new ditty. Side note, new ditty is apparently a thing, I say. So grab that or one of the many awesome designs while you can. And the first bit of awesome is actually a video where I asked some of my friends if they would rather save the life of a small child or have a working lightsaber, and I will say I got some answers I did not expect. Then, and I wonder how long this will actually stay up online awesome, a 1080p condensed fan edit of Star Wars Episode 1, 2, and 3 is currently live on YouTube. So enjoy that while you can. Then there was a video, of course, of the accidental flying cat, which you can check out. Then you had the newest iteration of Disney princesses drawn as velociraptors. I hate it so much that it actually makes me kind of love it. Then you have John Oliver awesome about the internet being a weapon to attack women. That being not awesome because that's the case, but because he talked about it. The Batman Arkham Knight launch trailer was released. That was amazing. It's also getting great reviews, so I can't wait to play that. Then we had adorable puppy aging time lapses. Then we had our lovely lady of the day recommended by the nation, Jenny Lynn Mercado. And then, of course, the final bit of awesome, as always, is our secret link of the day. So if you want to check that out, or anything else I just shared, or anything I talked about today, links as always in the description down below. Then, if you're one of the people that was unaware, like myself, that Apple's new streaming service, Apple Music, had no plans to pay artists during the first 3-month trial period, you should now know that is no longer the case because of one person, asterisk, probably a lot of people, but for the sake of the headline, one person, and that person is Taylor Swift. In a Tumblr post, Taylor Swift explained to her fans why she was keeping her album off of Apple Music, writing, "I'm not sure you know that Apple Music will not be paying writers, producers, or artists for those 3 months. I find it to be shocking, disappointing, and completely unlike this historically progressive and generous company." And if we learn nothing about the music industry from this post, at the very least, we learn about how you argue with people in fights. You don't say, "Hey, you, Greg, go fuck yourself." You say, "Greg, I can't believe you're being like this. The stuff that you're doing right now is bullshit compared to the amazing person I know. You should be ashamed." That stings a million times. Where if someone says they hate me, I'm like, screw you, guy that hates me. If someone says they love me and they're disappointed, I didn't even know we were friends, but now I feel so bad. Unless you're like, I can't believe you said that thing that's offensive to me, because I've said things offensive about everyone. You had no problem laughing at that other shit, you big hypocrite. That said, Swift concluded her post saying, "I say to Apple with all due respect, it's not too late to change this policy and change the minds of those in the music industry who will be deeply and gravely affected by this. We don't ask you for free iPhones. Please don't ask us to provide you with our music for no compensation." The big part of our argument is that it wasn't really just about her not getting paid, it was about the little guy. Which I could say is just PR spin for something that will eventually help her if the decision was changed. But on the other hand, if the end result is that it also does in fact help those indie guys, good! Props to her for saying it, and not only that, for actually getting Apple to change their tune. Apple confirming today their about face on this issue, and even though it will will be a free trial period, artists will be paid. And so ultimately, as someone that knows a lot of indie artists, this does make me happy. There's no reason that these creators should be forced to not get paid for a quarter of the year to help the wealthiest company in the world beta test something. Then, if you weren't aware, in the world right now, there is a 42-year-old man with 29 Miley Cyrus tattoos. That man is Carl McCoy. Reportedly, he was divorced in 2010 and got these tattoos, because people deal with stuff differently, I guess. And then in 2013, Carl was acknowledged by Miley Cyrus, but maybe not in the way that he wanted. When in an interview, she said, "There's a dude that holds a record of the most pictures of my face. He has like 18 pictures of my face and they're really ugly." And then we fast forward past the $5,000 Miley Cyrus tattoos to Carl's most recent interview where he's saying he's trying to get the tattoos lasered off, starting with the 3 portrait tattoos of Miley Cyrus. And I get him choosing that. Miley Cyrus made fun of him for that, but I personally, if I was him, I would have picked the knuckle tattoos that spell out her name, maybe the Bangers tattoo on your back, which he reportedly got before he heard the album and he actually didn't even like that album. Although my favorite quote from this article is, "Right now I have 29 tattoos done and have spent 2,800 pounds. I never thought I would regret it." It's already so bad. I don't even know if I should point out the fact that the Miley Cyrus written on his forearm is misspelled. People, man. And the Twitter, YouTube, Vine, Instagram world had a nude leak. If you're unaware, there is a kid on the internet that is famous by the name of Carter Reynolds. 900K on YouTube, 2.3 mil on Twitter, 4.3 mil on Vine, 2.9 million on Instagram. But today he's in the news and was trending worldwide for something he probably didn't want those millions of people to see. And that was reportedly an X-rated video of himself and his girlfriend at the time, who some have said was underage at the time the video was made. Now, unlike leaks in the past, the story doesn't really stop there. In the video, Carter whips his dick out, to which she says, "This makes me feel uncomfortable," to which his response is to start chanting, "Do it, do it," then expressing his disappointment that she didn't give in to him pressuring her to SSD. Now, the good news for Carter is most likely he's not going to lose any of his audience at all. I think the last time we talked about a Vine star that got in trouble for sex stuff, he pled down a rape, and his audience just kept growing. So you're probably fine. Fandoms really don't give a shit about anything as long as you are young and attractive. There are so many little boys singing that, oh my god, that is not a good voice. So yeah, they probably don't care if you can't actually sing or if you pressured a young girl who's underage into sucking a dick that she says repeatedly that she doesn't want to suck. You're probably fine. For me, it ultimately boils down to this. I don't know when this video happened. I don't know if he was 18, she was 16, statutory's even in the conversation. What I do know, for me, it ultimately boils down to if she says no, it means no. It doesn't matter if she's some random, she's your girlfriend or your wife. At most, you go, "Did you understand the question was, will you suck my dick?" Maybe you're in a loud room, I don't know, but once you definitely know she said no, or actually probably a sad thing I need to clarify, if she can't respond, that's still a no. Really anything except a yes is a no. Put your dick away or go to the other room and handle yourself like an adult. And that's actually where I'm gonna end today's show. And after you hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, be sure to leave a comment down below because I'm gonna go in there, select one person at random to win a $100 Amazon gift card. Just a little thank you on behalf of myself and forhumanpeoples.com. But that said, of course, as always, my name's Philip DeFranco. You've just been filled in. I love your faces, and I'll see you tomorrow.
What if that child's a dick? That kid just died.
It sounds like he's trying to rat me out, but luckily he doesn't know the rest of the words.